Hello everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I am sorry that I haven't been posting that often, but I just haven't had perhaps the inspiration or just the ideas to post online. And I've just been busy in real life doing random things, so I thought that let's just take a break and it's fine. And so today I wanted to do a video about something that I've been experiencing in my own life, and I wanted to share that with you because I've had a couple of questions about this in the past. So I'm actually currently in Bangkok in Thailand, and obviously, I've never lived in Bangkok before. I've always lived in Chiang Mai, which is another part in the north of Thailand. It's a mountain city. It's really nice. It's beautiful, but it's smoky season there right now, which means that the air quality is really bad. And there's many reasons for it, politically and in terms of meat eating, blah blah blah, which I'm not going to get into. But obviously I was like, all right, that's not going to work out for me, but I do want to be in Thailand because I want to show my sister around. And so I decided to come to Bangkok. And the only person that I know in Bangkok is this one individual who is who was a part of a spiritual school that I attended a long time ago. And I don't know anyone else here. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just going to hang out on my own. I'm going to do my own thing. And then I joined a Thai language course, and I ended up meeting a person there that is also living in Bangkok. So that was like, all right, awesome. I have two people here that I know I don't have to socialize too much, but when I have this desire to hang out with someone, I can just message these people and hang out with them. Interestingly enough, the more I speak to these people, and the more I was like, there's something about them that makes me feel like we've known each other for years. It felt like, we were like soul, not mates, but soul friends. And so, of course, I had to ask them about their personality type. I was like, all right, what's your MBTI? Because I like to, in the beginning when I was first interested in MBTI, that was the first question I asked everyone I met. Like every new person I met, I'd be like, hey, what's your MBTI? But nowadays I'm like, let's just calm down a little bit. Let's not focus on MBTI so much. And so, I'll ask them, but not like right away. Not like the first conversation that I have with them is, what's your MBTI? Because a lot of people actually don't even know what their MBTI is. And I don't want to get into that whole spiel after that. But after knowing them for a little bit, and after hanging out with them for a couple of times, I was like, what is your MBTI? But I had a little bit of an inkling that they were both INFJs. And interestingly enough, they are both INFJs, which is fascinating to me because, as you might know, there is this constant refrain on the blogosphere and everywhere. INFJs are so rare. You'll never meet an INFJ. If you end up meeting an INFJ, it's a great deal. It's a big deal. And I've had people message me, INFJs themselves, message me saying, hey, they say that INFJs are rare, but I tend to meet them all the time. Like, what is this about? Are we actually really rare? And I tend to meet INFJs all the time as well. I mean, not even deliberately, but or intentionally. It just happens. The people that I end up gelling with or having a good time with or a good relationship with are either INFJs or ENTPs or INFPs. Mostly those three types. It's very rare that I end up like gelling. I might have friendly relations with other types, but mostly if I want to have a better solid relationship, it's mostly these three types. In fact, if I go through my friend list right now, it's either INFJs, ENTPs, or INFPs. That's so hilarious. Anyways, so what is this all about? Are INFJs actually that rare? And for me, my theory, again, I'm not an expert, but my theory is that, again, we have a hard time being friends with sensors, ESFPs, ESTPs, sensors, a lot of times when the way they think, the way their brain works is so different from ours that we can't even comprehend it. We'll be sitting there and they're chatting away and we're thinking to ourselves, what is this person talking about? Like, I don't understand what is going on through their head. How can they even think this way? One of my cousins is a sensor, and even though he's a really good person, does great things in the world, and he's very smart, blah, blah, all of those things. Nothing to do with his personality. But when I am speaking to him, a lot of times when he says something, I think to myself, I don't think I would think that way. And so because we have such diverse way of thinking, and a lot of times INFJs already feel out of place in the world, we're always looking for people who can make us feel more in place, like they can make us feel more connected, more grounded, and more like not out of place, right? Like we want to feel like we're in the world and we're accepted. And a lot of times sensors won't do that for us. And a lot of other types actually won't do that for us as well, especially if they're thinkers. We're looking at them thinking, okay, how are you thinking that way? Like, why does it work like that for you? I don't understand. My sister's an INTJ, and even though we're really, really good friends and we're close to each other, a lot of times she'll say things that I'll just be sitting there thinking, oh my God, really? You think that way? Wow, that's so interesting. Because it's hard for me to understand that way of thinking. Not that I don't try, because of course we should try. We shouldn't just live in our bubble. And I'm glad to have all these different perspectives around me. But in a lot of cases, what happens, as I said, is like we end up being friendly, or more than friendly, with people who are similar to us, right? We like attracts like. And in a lot of cases, INFJs. And so you will, in a lot of cases, even without wanting to or intending to, end up being friends with a lot of INFJs. In fact, a lot of my friends, online and offline, are INFJs because we have kind of like gravitated towards each other somehow. One of my best friends online, I met her because she watched my YouTube channel, and then she messaged me and she's like, I think we're going to be really good friends. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Like, I mean, we've never met face to face. Will we really be good friends? But we ended up being she's one of my best friends, and we chat every week on our own schedule, and it works out really well because she knows I can go into my cave, I know she can go into her cave, and we know each other so well because we know what an INFJ is like. And so we've been really good friends for a while now. It's been years now, and I've only met her once face to face, and even that hasn't deterred us, So it is not that necessarily that we are not rare, because we are. It's just that you probably will end up finding that one INFJ in the entire circle of friends that you have, and then end up being really good friends with them. Or, like you'll kind of gravitate towards a person, even if it's in the crowd, you'll gravitate towards a person who's an INFJ because they give off that kind of vibe that makes you realize, okay, yeah, no, this is a person that's not going to be too talkative. They're not going to, talk my ear off. They're calm, they look peaceful, they look like they're spending time in their head, so we won't have to have too much conversation. We can just be quiet with each other, and we can relax around each other, and somehow intuitively, you won't even have to articulate all these things. Somehow intuitively you'll be able to realize, yeah, you know what, this person, yeah, I think I can hang out with them for a long term. And then if you find out later that they're an INFJ, you're like, of course they're an INFJ. And so I would necessarily not say that, like, it's not that we're becoming less rare. Of course, there's, almost 8 billion people on the planet now. And so there are millions of us. I mean, considering even if it's 1 to 5% of the population, whatever it might be, that's still millions of people that are surrounding you, or hundreds of thousands of people that are surrounding you that are INFJs. And as I said, we kind of attract INFJs more often. And if you're an INFJ, they will be gravitating towards you. You're probably also choosing professions in which INFJs are spending more time. So for example, I am a writer. That's how I make my money. And the writers around me that I hang out with, they're all writing from home like I do. Like, we're not in a corporate world. We're not going to an office. All of them are sitting at home, working from home and writing all day long. And of course, that is the kind of personality type that would be suited to that kind of environment, where they can just be self-motivated, they can work from home, no one has to tell them to do the work, and they'll do a good job, and they'll try to do the best job possible. And all of those things are going to be very similar. In most cases, are going to be INFJ traits. There might be other personality types intermingled, obviously, but a lot of them, majority of them, are INFJs. And when I talk to someone, one of my really good friends in the writers group is an INFJ. Somehow it just worked out that way. Out of all the different people I could have talked to and made a bond with, it turns out she's an INFJ as well. It just really happens that way. I don't know if it's a coincidence, or we have this like radar, like that says, oh, that's an INFJ, I'm gonna hang out with them. Unintentionally, like subconsciously we're doing this, I don't know. But in a lot of cases, I'll be sitting with someone, I'll be sitting in a train, and then I'll start chatting with someone, and we'll have a conversation, and either they turn out to be an ENTP because they're an extrovert and they're having a conversation with a stranger, or they're an INFJ who decide to kind of take a leap and have a conversation with someone just because they were bored or whatever it might be. And so it's really fascinating to me, and again, I think this is just a theory that I've come up with based on my observation. So I would really love to hear from you. What do you think? Like, do you always end up, if you're an INFJ, do you always end up being friendly or friends with INFJs around you? Do you have a lot of INFJs in your life, or you don't? I'd really love to hear your perspective on it. So please message me or comment below. And again, I'm so sorry about the long break. I think it's been 6 or 7 weeks since I posted. I really apologize. Again, thank you so much for listening, for watching my channel, for watching all my videos, for commenting. I really appreciate all of your support, and I shall see you the next time around. Bye for now.